Hello, my name is Josh, and I'm a watchaholic. Welcome to Horology Insanity.
What is up, my watch friends? So check this out. Ignore the stuff in the background again. I've got a ton of stuff out here, but I wanted to do a quick video because I received this in the mail today. And if I'm honest, I'm not real happy about it. And I kind of want to know what y'all think I should do. I've never really had this experience before, at least not to the degree that I actually cared. And so, you know, the box is a little beat up, the watch, and let's get into it. Here's what I want to do. One of these days, I want to start a series, and I want to call it like New Watch Wednesdays or something like that. And basically what I want to do is I just want to showcase me and the new watches I'm getting. And I don't know if it'll be a weekly series, even though if I'm honest, I probably have enough incoming and outgoing where I could do a weekly status, right? Of what's coming in and what's coming out and that kind of thing. But in this case, New Watch Wednesday, and I picked this up on eBay because I had been eyeing this. It's the EMF100, the Casio Edifice. I've been eyeing this for quite some time. And I actually prefer the one that has the blue bezel, but I found the orange one. It was, I don't want to say inexpensive, but it was a fair price compared to what these were when they sold new. They are going for a premium if you can find a buyer. And so the little bit that I do see them popped up, I have like a saved search in eBay. And so it emails me when one of these will pop up. And for the most part, like a lot of people on eBay, they're just trying to scalp or make a ton of profit. And y'all know there's a saying, I think, don't feed the trolls. Well, I don't feed the scalpers, right? I just don't. There's no watch that I want so badly that I'm willing to pay a ridiculous and stupid level of markup. Now, I will say, I have paid premiums before, and I have paid what I think to be reasonable premiums based upon the value of the watch and, you know, how much it sold for originally. Things like that. Some Zelos are a good example of that. They're priced so low when you first get them that the value kind of goes up. And so even though I'm trying to buy one aftermarket, I'm willing to pay more than maybe what the pre-release price was, even though I usually will stick it around what MSRP is, like what it says on the website. But anyway, here's why I'm not happy with this watch. First of all, it came in this, and the person just had it shoved down in there, not wrapped up, not anything, just sitting in this. I mean, I guess give it to them. They put it in some padded stuff or whatever, so let's get rid of that. They did put some crumpled up paper. The box they use still had a return label on it from a Goodwill store. I'm guessing either he bought this from Goodwill and just shipped it to me, or he reused the box that I think he got from Goodwill. But here's my biggest problem with this, and you'll see it looks pretty good right here. But this was advertised as being new with tags. Now, sometimes that means, hey, you won't get a box with it or whatever. I did not get a box with this, but this watch is 100% not new. Like, look at all the desk diving marks. Look at the bracelet and the wear on it. Let me pop this open because I'm going to have to clean this before I touch it. It's kind of gross. Now, granted, I know I got OCD and whatnot, but no, this is gross. This is not new in box. Let me see if I can get zoomed in on this. Okay, you will see that there is just crud, and I don't know if that's sweat stains. When I first looked at it, I almost thought somebody had melted wax all over this, and that it almost looks like the remnant of melted candle wax. So yeah, I'm not, on one hand, I'm happy to have finally gotten the watch, but this thing is not new. It's not new. And I wondered, was the price that I got it for reasonable enough that I should be okay with the fact that the seller, well, I would say lied, but somebody might say labeled it in a confusing manner, right? I don't know. It depends on how generous you want to be to the seller. But I don't know. I'm not happy about this. So the question is do I want to return it And I think the answer is no. I don't think it's in such bad shape compared to the price that I paid. Had he have marked it, you know, used, see the photo. I tried to look at the photos online. Honestly, the photos weren't very good. And I will say it's probably a red flag. All the photos were with this thing on his wrist. And that's a whole nother beef I have. So let's get into a side tangent rant real quick. I do not understand all of the people who will post a watch for sale with it sitting on their wrist. Like they'll post this right here and then say underneath a photo like this, unworn. It's literally being worn in the sales photo. I don't know. Does that bother anybody else? I mean, again, maybe it's my Asperger's, whatever. I know I take things literally, but I'm shocked that somebody can put this on their wrist and then still say it's unworn. Now, there's some gray area there. There's a little bit of nuance, maybe. If you simply put it on, only just like you didn't size it, you didn't anything, and you just put it on, maybe you still left it mummy wrapped, and you only put it on, you didn't actually wear it, but you just put it on like to try it on, then I get that. I would get that. But what we're looking at here and all the wear marks on this isn't that. This isn't something the dude tried on and then realized, hey, I'm going to flip it because maybe he didn't connect with it or whatever. That's not what I think we're dealing with here. So, yeah, so I don't want to return it, but what else do you do? So for the full disclosure, I'll roll in pictures of the stuff here. I bought this on eBay. I paid $75 US for it. I want to say, man, I got to look up what the retail was on it originally, but that's about what the retail on it was originally. All right, so I took a break, and even though there's not a break in the video right now, I paused what I was doing and I went and looked at the Casio website just to see what these things retailed for when they were new. Of course, Casio was showing that they're all sold out, and so that's a separate issue. But it looks like the blue one retailed for $130 when it was new, and it looks like the orange one went for an even steeper premium. It was $140 new. So I don't know why they weren't the same price. I don't know if orange is more of a premium or desired color than another, but that's what we're looking at. So for whatever reason, I had in my mind that they were cheaper, and here's why I think I was doing that. I kind of expected to buy a Casio used at about half of what its retail was, because, well, that's just the way most Casios go, right? In fact, that's the way a lot of watches go in general. You know, everybody talks about Rolexes or Zelos or a couple of these other like Helios that fetch a premium, but y'all flipper for life, right? Those folks who really flip watches, I think there's such a thing called a flipper's tax, because they know that when they sell their watch, yeah, they're just straight up not going to get back what they paid for it. And usually some of them, the low end of that, it's about half. It just is what it is. So that's what I had in mind, but I did want to put a quick update in and let y'all know. $130, $140, that was their retail price. This one was $140. I got it for $75, which is about 50%. Again, I'm happy with that. I'm just not happy with the fact that it was listed as new. I expected like a new old stock. I expected a new watch, and I did not get a new watch. And that, I think, is what is bugging me. Yep. Okay. Back to the rest of the video. Now, I've seen posts out there for them going upwards of almost $200, even though I thought that's way too much. I wouldn't pay $150 for this one. I didn't. I would have been on the hunt for these, and I would not pay more than $100 for it. I like it, but I don't more than $100 like it. So that's where I was. So I saw this one at $75, and I saw the pictures, and I saw not only in the initial description up top, but in the lower written out description underneath it, everything is labeled new with tags. And so that's what I expected to receive. It's definitely not what I received. So let me know. What do y'all? I'm laughing about this. I'm laughing about it even though I'm frustrated. Have y'all had that before? I don't want to say like if I didn't laugh I'd cry, because if I'm honest, it's a watch, right? Let's be real. There's a reason my saying at the closing of every video is what it is. But I will say, I kind of got to laugh at it because kind of the gumption and the gusto of this fella who thought that this was an appropriate thing to do. He thought it was appropriate to list this new with tags on eBay. And he thought that was appropriate. And here's what's funny too. The fella has 100% feedback. And so unless there's a way that you can like fake your feedback, I'm curious to know. I'm not an eBay expert, right? I just buy watches from them there periodically, but I've not had any bad experiences until now. So let me know down in the comments, what do y'all think? I'll have another video, or maybe several, of this watch because this watch is killer. I bought it specifically for the dial and I absolutely love that dial. I might see if I can't get a bezel insert that's blue or maybe even black to swap this out. I don't know that I love the orange, even though I will say, you know, I don't have anything like it in my collection. So there's always that. It'll fill that void. Let me know in the comments, what would you do, or have you been through this before and how did you go about doing it? Like, for example, can I contact eBay? Can I get a partial refund or something like that without having to send the watch in? Because I don't want to return the watch. I want the watch. I just wish that the seller would have listed it properly. That's all. And in fact, I probably would have still paid $75 for it then. I think I would have. But if I'm honest, it probably should have been labeled at around $55. So maybe that's just me being nitpicky. Anyway, we'll wrap this one up. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I really do appreciate it. And as always, until we talk again, please remember what really matters, and that's not watches, even when people lie about their condition. Keep the insanity sane.